Hey, oh shit. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. What do you think if you watch the shelf look? Hey, how fucked up are you? You've already did Razer Archives number one. You doing the video again? No. Technically, I am doing this video again. Little tip out there, everybody does stuff for YouTube. Before you start filming, and you know you're going to be doing a long video, make sure your camera storage has plenty of room, because you don't want to be 3/4 of the way through a video and your camera goes, out of room, boom, and you're like, fuck. And I hate editing. Y'all can tell by watching my shit, so I'm refilming this. So let's go here. What this is, London Night Studios from the Carolinas, Everett Hartso's company. I have become a huge fan of the company. They publish black and white, mostly bad girl stuff, but it had that outlaw comics feel to it. And I see nobody out there talking about this. Like, I looked around online, there ain't much information on YouTube members about Razer or the other comics they put out. I got me a nice big stack of Razer comics, like a pile. I got 2 trades and probably 20 issues. So, dude, now I've already done these Razer archives, so I'm just going to go through them quick. These were $3 to $7 a pop. They're black and white, and they reprint like 4 or 5 issues. And what it was, this was a cheap way for people who had not gotten the early Razer stuff to get a hold of it and read it. I picked them up because I found one of the issues I'm going to get to in a minute in a cheap bin. I was like, ooh. And I'd read a couple of these before, so I grabbed all. They're fairly inexpensive. My comic shop. My comic shop's where I got all of it, except for issue 5. That's issue 1, Angel in Black Part 1. This is issue 2, it's Angel in Black Part 2. Now, here's the thing. This is a $3.95 comic, and it's a lot thicker than this one. This is a $5 comic. And, you know, just, you know, like this black and white art. It's underground, it's outlaw. Indies bad girl stuff. There's very little ads. If there is, it's all in-house ads. London Night Studios really did not get advertisement. You know, you're not going to see ads for your new Chevrolet or whatever that in London Night Studios. So if you can see ads for their shirts, their comics, all their gimmicks. All right, now for the longest time, this was called the Rarest Issue. Like you'd see in the back of these comics, ads for this. Issue 3, rare, $7. I don't know why this one was $7 compared to the rest, because it's not any thicker. And honestly, looking around, it seems like the 5th issue is the hardest one to come by, which is what makes it so odd to me, because I have 2 copies now. One of them I'm keeping, the other one is actually going to a buddy of mine. It's in a new crate. I'm not going to say his name because I know he watches. And there's quite a few people to watch that know I have new crates coming to them, so that doesn't narrow it down. But yeah, see, black and white art, you know. I wish they'd done more than just these 5 issues. Here's number 4. I like this cover. I don't know who did, but I like this cover. Now, this one's a $5 comic. Cover art by Albert Holasso. And these are from July of 97. So this is summer of 97. These were coming out. I was already living out in Texas. I remember actually seeing a couple of these on the new comic release wall, and asked the owner, he's like, well, he goes, be honest, he goes, I got like 3 regular customers that buy them, they put them on their pull list, he goes, I'll buy one more copy. If, you know, as long as I got 2 people or more buying copies for the pull list, I'll buy 1 extra copy, put up on the wall. He goes, it sits there, it goes in the back issue bin, you know, that's just how it goes. And he even told me, he's like, it's not bad. He goes, it's the Crow, you know, it's a lot like the Crow. Now, the character of Razer has been sold to Avatar. And now it comes out from Avatar's imprint Boundless, which is kind of like their porn comics. And she's a vampire now, and it's like full nudity, and I just don't care for it as much. I liked this old, you know, PG-13, R-rated, you know, the Crow mixed with whatever. And then we got issue 5. I'm not going to even flip through that one. I have 2 copies. I've already done that. Okay, let's get into my actual Razer book. Now, one of my Razer comics is missing, but it's kind of represented here. I have Razer Burn, I know, horrible title. Issue 1, I have a copy. I dug out the cheat bins. It's color. I don't know where I put that comic, but I have it represented here. Okay, let's get back into the Razer. This is volume 1 of Razer. It's issue 40. This is Razer Uncut, Future Tense. And we got here, we see the covers by Slick. Greg LaRocque is the one doing the art in this, and it's really good art. Look at this. I mean, look at the detail in this, and it's really cool stuff. And this is what, okay, these were $3. And when did this come out? September 97. So after them archives, This is about what you. This is what you got in a monthly Razer comic. And I'm pretty sure Razer was monthly. I don't think it was ever advertised as monthly. I'm pretty sure every 4 to 5 weeks you got an issue of Razer. You're going to get about 10 a year. Well, after Razer Volume 1, I don't know why they ended it. I've never heard why. They came up with Razer Volume 2. This is the last issue of Volume 2. This is issue number 7. I got this at a Books A Million. You can talk about that orange sticker. I didn't pay the $2. Paid a little less. I love this cover. Look at that. And who did the cover on this one? Pat Meadows. This is Sean Atkinson's doing the art. Roger Brown's doing the writing. I read this one the other night. And it's just Razer. She's in Queen Cities where she operates. There's a building on fire. She goes in and pulls this guy out who the cops think might have said he's a known arsonist. Be somebody, I've lived here 6 months, why would I burn? And then she goes back in because this woman says her little Tina's in there and she finds her and unfortunately little Tina is dead. Poor Mary. Tragedy seems to follow her. Her grandson was sent to prison 2 years ago for murdering a man with his bare hands, and now this. And the cops are talking about how there it is. Detective Wade, hey, I'm innocent, man. I've been clean for a year. Ask anybody. Oh, I will. You can count on that. Razer listens intently. Let's start with what you're doing in the building. You better make a believer out of me, Frank, or you're going down. Look, I'm turning my life around. I don't torch things anymore. Plus, I've lived in this building for 6 months. Why would I torch it? If not for the leather lady over there, I'd be dead right now. I'm just playing cards when everything went up. You can ask Jamal over there. He'll back me up. Jamal's like, yeah, he's playing cards with me. So Razer starts following him and finds out, no, he set this shit up. Ready to blow up a warehouse, and she fucking is pissed and takes care of it. And uses him to bust somebody higher up. Vincent Harmon, a drug dealer. She found a lot of drug dealers, a lot of pimps. And he ends up going to jail. Here we go. 6 months later, Queen City State Prison. Frank is finally starting to serve his sentence. Okay, ladies, you know the drill. Stay in line and no trouble. I won't be here long enough to get in trouble. My lawyer is appealing the conviction and should get it thrown out, and I'll walk in 2 weeks. He gets put in his room and says, hey, my name's Frank. You mind if I take the top bunk? Doesn't matter, Frank. You won't be here that long. You heard about my appeal? I've been waiting for you, Frank. Had to call on a few favors to get you a sign that sell, but it's worth it. So you've heard of me. You want something torch? I'm your man. Just name it. No, you've already done the job. Which one? I've done so many. A tenement building in Queen City on Ashton Street. Hey, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. That's the one I'm appealing. What's so important about that one? My sister died in that one. Oh, my God. God ain't helping you here, Frank. Tonight, justice claims a debt owed. And that's, yeah. And it's the final, and notice how they, nowhere in there talks about being the final issue, no real wrapping up storylines. I want to say it was after that Razer burn started. Not sure on that. Not all information about these books out there. Just like, I can't ever find out exactly what the Razer archives are reprinting. Okay, this is from the first run. This is Razer Annual number 2. It's on now. That last one was on the really slick paper. This is just on the plain newsprint. We've got Razer. She's walking down the street. Ed McGuinness did the art on this. So it's always cool to see. I don't like the porn streets. It kind of tells her story 10 years ago when she escapes from the mental hospital. She runs away, ends up hitching a ride with this trucker. He tries to touch her, and she beats the shit out of him, crashes the truck, gets a piece of glass, and kills her. Kills him. And then our second story, after there's Razer burn, our next story is basically Razer. It's having flashbacks to all the shit she went through as a kid and how she escaped and moved to Queen City and ended up, thanks to this hooker she tried to steal a purse from, finds out what she's there to do. She gets, this pimp tries to sell her out to a cop and she kills the cop. Alright. And we almost done with the Razer stuff. There's other stuff in this company. Okay, this is the Razer swimsuit issue. I'm just going to do a quick flip. We got a lot of known artists on this. That's Everett Hart. So, Michael Linsner's in here. Joe Vigil. And it's just Razer and this lady with the white hair with the dagger tattoo. That is Strike. Who you found out later on is Razor's sister. And there are the characters that had Poison. They had Tommy Gun. There's one called Embrace. Jurassic Jane. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, this is what I was saying. Razer Burn taking it. This is Razer Burn, the entire series in a tray. Signed by Everett Hart. So I got this for extremely cheap and did not realize till I bought it and opened it. It is Certificate of Authenticity signed by Everett Hart. So I've done a video on that, so I'm not going to flip through it, but that would be the Razer Burn, the full series. And the only other trade I got from it, this is a Lethal Strike trade. This reprints some of the early Strike stuff. And as you can see, you know, it's color. She worked for the Yakuza, if I remember right, and it ended up being like some kind of assassin. And then I got a nice little selection of Strike. This, I think, this is Strike Zero. I think this is after the series I'm going to show you. Because I want to say, no, this is before, because I want to say this is in another book. Yeah, see? Here's a weird thing. Okay, notice how they're drawing the daggers, and it looks like she's got a bikini top on. And who we got on the art on this one? Sorry. Richard Poland. And this is, you know, just issue 0 is her sneaking into this place and killing people. The blood, the blood. And I like how they put this really nice looking, you know, Razer 2-page pinup, but it's not in the centerfold. You know, they could have figured that out better. Razer Burn on sale in March. And this kind of Bruce Lee stand-in. Like I said, remember how, you know, the shows are with the top on all this. I'm going to show you something in a second. Now, this next one, I had to cover up the cover a little bit. YouTube is kind of weird about nudity. This is, they did nude covers. Instead of being the normal $3, they were double price. This was cover price of $6. This is Ultimate Strike #1. It's a Strike's second series. It's supposed to be like a monthly series. I'm going to pull it off camera to open it up because I don't want to show it. It's titties and stuff, baby. Titties and stuff. Now, this was black and white. We got David Quinn, you know, from Faust, right? And Leonard Kirk, who I want to say, and Albert Hollos. So I want to say Leonard Kirk is the one who did, was it Vamp Luxura or something like this? And it's really nice white paper. Look how white that paper is. It's just, you know, Strike talking about all this stuff going on. She's injuring herself. Uses the blood to make the dagger on her face. And the other thing I noticed with these Strike issues, a lot of these are fairly short. Like 16 pages of comics. And when you pay $6, you know, or $3 again, you get the titty cover. You know, that's expensive. And then I got a full stack of Ultimate Strike. This is Ultimate Strike #5. This is a $3 comic. This is who's working on this one. Brock Hoare Jr. It's from June '97. And it's just, you know, this is on slicker paper. Better art than the last couple. Look at that. You know, really cool art. And Strike was kind of like an assassin, and when she becomes good, she's kind of like fighting the same stuff that Razer is fighting. And I don't know if they ever resolved any of these storylines or not, because I know London Knight kind of just went on. This is one of those also about how short it is. I mean, look how thin that is. That's probably about 20 pages of comics total, and they were wanting, you know, $3 for that. Now all these Ultimate Strikes came from Books A Million. It's Ultimate Strike #7. Still got the same creative team, Mike Shoemaker and Brock Hoare Jr. on this. And just the violence. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Uber violent, you know, uber sexual, you know, and just craziness. Just crazy. Like the Crow. The Razor's kind of like the Crow mixed with, you know, like a Skinamax After Dark movie. This is more like a female assassin. Like, what would be? I'm trying to think of a good example of this. I can't think of a good female assassin comic. Electra Assassin, maybe? Yeah, Electra would work. And give me a couple seconds. Alright, this is Ultimate Strike issue 8. Really good cover. Who did the cover? Pat Meadows. Chrissy Mountjoy was the Strike model. Brock Hoare Jr. And she's underwater and she's going out, taking care of business, you know. And this is one of those, I'm kind of surprised. There's enough demand. I'm kind of surprised, you know, excuse me, at least with Razer, you know, that Avatar's not put out trades of this. Because most of it's black and white. You put out, you know, big old thick phone books and reprint a good chunk of it. It would sell. People would buy it, but no, I got to go and dig these out of the cheap bins. Razer Gothic. FMF. I got some issues there. I'll show those in a bit. Razer Embrace. Embrace was another character based on Carmen Electra. I'll show that guy. Okay, this is Lethal Strike. Now remember I showed you that one where, you know, she had to paint it on clothes. This reprints issues. What is it? Like issues. It doesn't say shit. I know. It's on here somewhere. This has a lot more detail. Look at the detail of this art. Just really well done stuff. But what I was talking about is, and I didn't realize until I was flipping through it earlier. See? And this, she's just fully nude. So it means, this is a different version. And that was in color, wasn't it? Yeah. See, this is black and white. She's just fully nude, running around killing motherfuckers. No real reason for it. They just want to show some titties. And then it doesn't continue, like there's more in that book that ain't in here. So I don't know. Anybody out there know, like I got a reading timeline for London Night Studio stuff, please let me know. And I always used to get London Night Studio mixed up with Boneyard Press. Everett Hartsoe and Hart Fisher. Hart Fisher's the one that did the serial killer comics and Rush Limbaugh Must Die and all that stuff. And Everett Hartsoe did Razer. And one of them, I think it's Hart Fisher, has like a serial killer channel on that's available on Roku for free. I don't know what Everett Hartsoe is. I have not heard that name in forever. I'll need to look him up and see if he still does stuff. And I've noticed that with the strike stuff, there's more nudity than there was in Razer. Razer was not, didn't have the nudity this happens at. This has a lot more of it. And this is the only issue of Lethal Strike Archives that exists. It's the only one I can find. All right. Well, that was their two main characters, Strike and Razer. But they created other. I mentioned other. Well, the only two that I have any issues. I had Tommy Gunn's the annual #1. Tommy Gunn, just another bad girl comic, And this is by Stephen Butler, which kind of surprised me. Stephen Butler doesn't usually do stuff like that. Heather Elizabeth Parkhurst is who they based Tommy Gunn on. And Stephen Butler does some great artwork, as you can see. It kind of shocked me there was this much nudity in here, because I want to say he probably best known, he did Silver Sable, but he's probably best known for working at Archie, and then he works for he worked for a Christian comic company for quite a while. So this kind of surprised me. This is one of those, if I meet him again, I'm like, hey, can you autograph this? One thing I didn't like is, look, we're a little bit past halfway in the book, and the rest of this is ads. This many pages, it's all in-house ads. But they're trying to sell stuff. And see, they're also trying to get rid of stuff. Now, when did this come out? That'll give me a better timeline. September 9th stuff says, might be when they're starting to have money issues. London Night, nude, and special edition wholesale backlist. Orders must be over $20. Free shipping on orders exceed $50. All nudes and special editions are 50% off for the next 60 days. Please place orders now. Razer nudes or specials. Razer 25 and 32. Razer and ladies and London Night Studio. Strike nudes and specials. Poison nudes and specials. Jurassic Jane, Tommy Gunn, In the Raw, VR Vixen, Vampire Statue, Dominique. And here's the thing. They don't mention anywhere on here you got to prove that you're 18 or older. There's Poison. There's some Strike stuff. Dark Razer. Torture. Never heard of Torture. All right, I mentioned the Carmen Electra Embrace. I have the only issue. I think there's only this one. There's two versions. There's the NC-17 edition, then there's the regular. The difference is this has a few more pages of the character Embrace doing her striptease on stage. A little bit more nudity. It's not NC-17. It's more R-rated. Rick Lyon, I'm guessing, does the pencils. I can't read when this is from, but see the art in it. And Embrace is one of those that I think they thought this would be bigger than it was. Oh, Embrace's stripping scene was deleted from the original comic for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, I'm going to skip all that. And I'm sure there's some photo covers. Oh, Razer Uncut, issue 32, 5th anniversary, censored. Nude edition features Arizona nude cover. All right, I mentioned FMF. Full Metal Figure. This was their anthology. It came out monthly as far as I know. You never knew what was going to show up in it. They always had great covers like this. Look at this. Marilyn Monroe is Razer. Love that cover. Love that on a shirt. Even though nobody knows. Everybody like, what's Marilyn Monroe doing? And this one you got Night Shift by Tom Stanowski. Art by Shelby Robinson. Sade, Rose, and Gum by Kevin Hill and Scott Pence are doing the inks. At Eden's Wrath by Rick Roscoe and Nat Jones. This is from April of '87. I love this art. Very Jay Lee style art. I really enjoy it. I think it's really well done. There's the Rose and Gun. It don't look bad. And here's the last one, you know. A lot of ads in the back, of course, for their stuff. You know, that's how you sell your shit. I had it one time. I found online. I lost it on a drive. A huge torrent file that was like 90% of the shit that London Night Studios put out. That's how I got back into this. Because I've told this story before. I've got the first issue of Razer a few months after it came out. I got a stack of them for next to nothing. Like, really, really cheap. Excuse me, it was a $5 comic then. It went up really fast, and I was selling them for a good price. And ever since, anytime I find Razer shit, the cheap ends I grab. It's got Hellborn, Arizona, and Arizona. Okay. And I just I found that torn and started reading something. Man, this stuff is not bad. It's fairly entertaining. The art's decent. You know, the storylines are decent. And the thing about it is that if it ever catches on, which I don't think it will, because Boundless having it out, that really limits your audience. Some of these are so hard to find, and they've been sitting in the cheap bins forever. You're not going to find high quality versions of them. But, you know, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think, like, you know, there's going to be a Razer movie. You know, it'd be cool as hell to have a Razer movie. I don't know who you get the player. All right, this is issue number... So it's 5. I love that cover. It's Everett Hartsoe. This is Razor Pain, Everett Hartsoe. Written by, and then we got Arizona the Wild, written by David Quinn, and A Mistress of Solitude written by Joe Barker, drawn by Richard Poland. And very short, and it says to be continued. It's Arizona. I like this art. I really, really like this art. Now, there's going to be a couple of these I'm not going to be able to flip through. I apologize. There's just too much nudity in them for me to do. I mean, I'm probably going to have to watch it with these. All the original art for sale. Hellbent. I don't remember Hellbent coming out. Yeah, see, those are Razer Archives. Look. Razer Archives 3 is the rare one. No, it's not. That's what they say. They had shirts. They teamed up with the Crow. I've never read much of Switchblade Symphony. All right, now we're going to start getting into the stuff where they just really, the company really leaned into the, hey, bad girls will sell stuff. This is Ladies of London Night Fall Special. Let's see how much of this I can actually show. Mature readers, $5. That is Julie K. Smith on the cover. And, ooh, I can't even open it. That cover. And what this was, is there anything in here I could show? Let me pull it off camera. Not really. This is just pictures of a bunch of the models that are the different characters like Chrissy Mountjoy, Julie K. Smith, all them. Nude and semi. Okay, this one I can actually show this page. This is J.J. North, who is Tommy Gunn. I thought it was a Headless Parker. It's J.J. North. Yeah. This is a way to sell porn without really doing porn. And like, if they knew that some comic shops are not going to card for this, and you got some teenagers, you know, they could get this and put it in a comic collection, mom would find it. This one I can't show at all. Besides the cover, this is In the Raw, and it's just straight up porn. Razer and the Ladies of London Night. This is the nude cover, and let me look on the inside. Let me see how far this goes. It's probably from 97, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is full-on nudity. I am sorry. March of 97. So that's why I got the little piece of paper on the cover to cover up the nudity. And then the final one. This is Ladies of London Night Winter Special. And I really don't think I could show this one either, but I'm going to check. I'd love to. This got a really good cover, a good cardstock cover. No, it's just the women. But I just realized recently, and I'm going to start flipping these back over here, that, you know, nobody was talking about Razer Online at all, you know, and London Night Studios. And, you know, this was a neat little thing. You know, this guy managed to take one comic and turn it into an entire studio and probably overshot, you know, putting out too much. But for a while, they was doing really good, and this stuff was fairly hot. And now, you know, it's all in the cheap bins, and you can get them online for, you know, cover price or less a book. But And I just love that I got this. I got this right here. It was certificate and everything for less than cover price. I think it's like $10 cover price. I paid probably about $5 for that. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, did y'all ever read Razer or anything from London Night Sues? Is Everett Hartsoe still out there? I'd love to know. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, remember, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.